If you purposefully step on bugs when walking, you're a jerk. This has bothered me since I was a little kid. I just really don't understand why people feel the need to do this. It's so unnecessary. It's not like the bugs are hurting you or anything. It's not like you need to kill these bugs for any specific purpose. I don't know. I think it's mean. Edit, if they're in your home that's more understandable. I'm talking about walking down the street and doing it for fun. Unless the bug is a mosquito. Depends what type of bug and where. Never done for fun, only necessity. Termites, fuck them, die. Ants, carry on, unless you're on my property. Roach, depends where you're at. Beetles, carry on. Scorpion, depends where you're at and species. Mosquito, botfly, housefly, I will go out of my way to kill you. I've probably killed about 50,000 plus this year with traps. Spider, you're a friend of mine. Moths, depends on species and quantity, sometimes population control needs to happen to protect vegetation. Sorry man, but fuck mosquitoes. I like to just take the bugs outside without harming them. They didn't do anything to me. Same with running over an animal on the road. We have prairie gophers / groundhogs where I live and people will swerve to hit them. It's just mean, and also something will eat thee anyway, so why do you have to make the road gross? A giant cockroach would step on you without hesitation if it could. Screw them. Nothing's worse than hearing a crunch and realizing you killed a snail. Sad. I will actually rescue some bugs. I've rescued a praying mantis that was being attacked by a cat. And this last winter a large beetle became trapped in between my window and the screen. I knew a major cold snap was going to happen, so I put him in a cup with some food scraps, and kept him for 3 days until the cold snap passed. Then I released him outside. On several occasions, I notice a long-legged spider on the roof of our bathroom. Instead of killing it, I prefer trapping them in a cup and carrying them outside. R/rant. P.S. I just do it when it's a pest kind of bug. I ain't having ants in my home or mosquitoes. People who kill anything for fun give off the weirdest vibes, even if they're just bugs. What is fun about ending a life? If you enjoy killing bugs, I just don't trust you. I agree. I hate how quick people are to kill things. Growing up I knew so many people whose eyes would just glaze over and go into kill mode at the sight of any snake. In 8th grade I remember this poor little blue-tail skink getting into the locker room during gym class and the fucking jocks all screaming like little kids and just stomping it until it was literally in pieces. That's the moment I began to hate humanity. Gosh yes, I feel so bad when I accidentally kill one when I'm trying to capture it or get away from it. Uneasy. Cockroaches. Fuck cockroaches and houseflies and mosquitoes, live and let live. We share the earth after all and all have a part to play. Just because we are bigger or have weapons, for bugs, a slipper counts, doesn't mean we should be going around killing other creatures in our way. I prefer to take critters outside unless they are destructive to the house. Even then, we had a lot of ants exploring the kitchen after dark about 2 years ago, hundreds. Instead of poison we zip-locked all our sugar, kept the dishwasher tightly closed, kept food packaging tightly tied up, etc. Then we rented a power washer, washed down the foundation outside which cleared their little trails. They have yet to come back. Yeah, I agree. I always catch spiders, cockroaches, snakes etc. that are in the house and release them outside. I certainly don't see any reason to purposely step on bugs outside. I think people who do have either a primal fear or a sadistic nature. Mosquitoes on the other hand are enemy number 1 and all must die, but do recognize they are a valuable food source for a lot of other animals, well at least around me. This comes from many years of educating the public on how to live with wildlife. If I'm just walking down the street and see a big I don't care. But if it is in my room and gas more than 10 legs? Hell no, I teary to save them, but if they don't want that I leave them alone. Finally someone who thinks like me. I will purposefully avoid ant holes I see as well. They're not bothering me, why bother them? The same thing applies to animals in the road. I have a hybrid car and I can't tell you how many squirrels/birds will literally sit in the road without moving, so I honk and wait for them to leave. It's just mean to kill something for no reason. If I'm walking and a spider is right there, one of us is dying and I'm putting my money on me coming out of the intense battle alive. Death by absolute prejudice. I'm a jerk, but I'm a jerk that's alive. Mosquitoes and cockroaches are exceptions. Leave spiders alone, but cockroaches and ants can go fuck themselves. They don't call them pests for no reason. For reals, worked pest control a while and realized how horrible we are to these creatures. Got a new fascination for them, especially ants and beetles, so interesting. Can't even do a fly in now. If you don't want pests in your home, they use preventative measures. Technically they were there first. This is a bug's world and we're only passers-by. Why is this unpopular? Agreed. Very strange when anybody takes pleasure in killing anything that isn't an active threat to them. I don't greatly begrudge people who kill bugs inside their house. It's not always logical or easy to take them outside, but when you're, say, at the park, that's where they belong. Just leave 'em be. I remember being in high school and me and my future husband were looking at a neat bug in the cafeteria, a house centipede, I think. I'd never seen one. And this random asshole just comes up and stomps on it while we're crouched by it. I was stunned. Who does that? It wasn't even near any tables. I loved my husband's reaction though. He stood up and hugged the guy and said, "Hey, it's gonna be okay." Clearly he had the same idea that I had. The guy must have had something sad in his heart. True, my husband's reaction was partly a passive-aggressive joke, but at its heart I think it made a point. No idea if the jerk got it though. I did it my whole life up to like high school. I don't know, I wasn't really emotionally invested in things as a kid, but certain things could set me off or get me hard and I never really understood it. Like an emotional disconnect at certain times or something, but then I turned like 12 and started doing sports more competitively and had more social interaction and kinda grew up a little. Then one day I stepped on one out of reflex and it kinda almost made me cry when I thought about the life I was just extinguishing for no reason. All the Star Wars really helped me understand that life is precious, lol.